皆さんおはようございます。エリザベスの香水チャンネルへようこそ。今日は素敵な2人のゲストをお迎えしてブラインドレビューを行っていきたいと思います。ゲストマッキーですで、セバスチャンです。よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
Hello.
Alright, let's get going. 今日は6つの香水をご用意しました。6つの香水、2人は名前もボトルも何にも情報は知りませんので、これはピュアに香りを変えるだけの判断となります。テーマは書いておきますね。さて、それでは1番目の香水に行ってみましょう。Perfume number 1。
じゃあ行きましょう。
Here you go。すべてこれは伝説というか歴史に残るような香水です。ですが、現代の香水とはちょっと違っているかな？ What do you think? Like, love, hate it?
Why did you laugh when she said hate it? I'll let you go first, since you're the appearing guest.
I like it.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay.
Feels feminine.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess it is feminine, actually, now that you say that. It's powdery.
Yeah, that's
Right?
what. Yeah.
Yeah, but like at first I was getting like a little bit animalic, like dirty, leathery animalic, but yeah, now, I mean, it's just powdery now. It definitely smells vintage, I feel like. Do you feel like it smells like old school?
No, yeah,
It's
definitely.
Not like a
almost
mop.
like the powdery, but like makeup powdery, right?
Yeah, right, not like baby powder, but it's like heavy, like back when they used to like powder their faces in the powder room.
Right. And it's not like a bad though. Like,
Yeah, it's just vintagey. I don't see any
vintagey,
modern woman wearing this, or younger woman. Maybe an older woman because maybe this was her fragrance back in the day.
Right.
But
Okay.
not anything modern. I feel like this might be expensive because vintage fragrances sometimes use like animalic materials. Before they were kind of like no, you know? And I feel like there's something in here, maybe like castoreum or something. So I think this is like expensive designer, not niche expensive, but expensive designer, like over $100, but less than $200.
I would agree that it's probably a little bit pricier than your average like $20 or $30 one,
Right,
but it's
right.
not super expensive. It's affordable, but still
Right.
enough to be like around the $100 range. I could see that for sure.
Yeah.
So, is it sexy? It's out of question.
I wouldn't think.
Not for me, particularly.
No.
You know.
What's your score?
I mean, it's just vintagey, and I guess technically I don't have lots of experiences with vintage fragrances. So I don't know what to compare it to. I mean, maybe like Guerlain Vetiver, but that's a men's fragrance. I guess I would give it like a 6. It's not bad, and it's not off-putting for me. It's just like I would never wear it. I wouldn't necessarily. I mean, if you wore it, that's fine, but I'm not gonna, be excited about it or anything. Like a little bit above average. I feel like it's nice, but.
That's good. That's good. As an old lady. How about you?
This is where it comes down to. It's a matter of opinion. For like a younger woman, I would say it's probably on the lower scale, like 4, 3, because they wouldn't want to wear it. But if someone that's older is wearing it, I would say it's like a nice, comforting smell. And for them, it would probably be more of like a 7.5.
Oh.
So I guess I could put that in like the 6 range.
Yeah.
For an overall score.
I can see that chemistry is very important with perfume and human.
That's true.
You guys ready for number 2?
2番。
2番に行ってみましょう。これも非常に人気のある、フランスでは21年間君臨してるんじゃないかな、上位に。Perfume number 2.
Number 2. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes. My pleasure.
Ooh, I like this.
Oh.
This one's
Light and
bright.
fruity.
Yeah, bright and fresh for me. Like
It almost has like a spritz of lime to it too.
citrus, some kind of
Citrus,
citrusy.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
For me, this is like a neutral. I don't hate it or dislike it, but I also don't like it. I think just because I've smelled a lot more than Manny has, I can kind of tell this smells a little bit cheap to me. Kind of gives me like bubbles vibe, like like the bubbles you dip and you like blow bubbles. But it's not bad, like if a woman was wearing this and they walk by. But yeah, I'm getting like florals, bright green, maybe a little citrus like Manny said. Summer fragrance.
Yeah, definitely summer. I would say like it's like Bahama feels with like warm weather.
So female then.
Yeah,
Female.
female, definitely female.
Yeah, I would agree it's female. Oh, you know what? For me, this is reminding me more of like shampoo now. Comes out of the shower,
yeah, dude, definitely.
and her hair is
Yeah.
wet, and it's like just been
Which
washed
I
with
love that
shampoo.
smell. That's probably why I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. It's like a fresh, clean smell, and like
Yeah.
no, I love that. Yeah.
right, and that's probably why I'm getting like bubbly vibes because it's a little bit soapy. I I think that this is a cheap fragrance.
Yeah, it doesn't smell like it would be very expensive.
Yeah, I agree. This smells like maybe a celebrity fragrance or like low-end designer. It just doesn't meet the parameters from what I've smelled in expensive fragrances, like depth, dynamic, not synthetic smelling. Like this even smells like it's synthetic, you know, it's almost a little bit plasticky.
So if you know, high school kids or like college kids are gonna, like a boyfriend was gonna buy their girlfriend a perfume, it would be like probably like this.
Yeah, like
something like
first
nice.
time fragrance.
Yeah,
type
exactly.
thing.
Yeah.
Do you think it's sexy or not sexy?
Oh yeah.
A little bit. It has a bit of a sex appeal to it. Like I can't get that out of my head now that it's like fresh out of the shower.
Oh.
Yeah.
With the wet shampooed hair.
For me particularly, I mean it's a nice smell, but I don't think it's sexy necessarily. I totally see what Manny's saying. It could be, you know. I guess it depends on who's coming out of the shower, right? I feel like this is like a young kid shampoo, like L'Oreal or something like that. It's just like generic shampoo smelling with some florals in it. But I feel like more established women might use like a more expensive shampoo that actually has like some creaminess and rose or something.
As you're just explaining it, because you have more depth and understanding certain sense, like I'm like, yeah, that all makes sense. Like, honestly.
So what score would you give it to?
I would still say like 6.
6.
5.5, 6. Nothing like
For me, it's a
down the line.
Okay.
4.
これは私が持っている本の中で著者が高評価していた香水の一つです。これ私高校生の時に探し回ってやっと手に入れた香水でございます。さて2人はどう思うのでしょうか。 Perfume number 3. Here we go. Did I poke her? No. So dramatic.
Yeah, initially for me, I don't like it. It's a not like for me. Yeah.
How come?
I'm picking up like some latex in the back end of it, like some chemically, plasticky.
I've definitely smelt a lot better.
Okay.
But in the sense of like nothing like stands out to me.
Well, you know that plasticky thing that I'm picking up in the background almost smells like pear a little bit. So for me, this is like light or plum or something, but not plum. I was just trying to give examples of fruits. More like pear. It's leaning pear. It's like creamier, subtle, sugary sweet, and it's almost powdery a little bit too. At the beginning, it smelled really synthetic, but I think as I'm pulling it in more, it's getting better, I will say. But I'm still undecided.
Feminine?
Feminine.
Masculine?
Feminine for me. I mean, you can wear whatever you want, but I believe that the intention of this fragrance was designed towards females.
Expensive or inexpensive?
Oh, that's tough. I'm gonna say inexpensive. I do not think that this is expensive. I think it's less than $100, maybe even less than like $80, you know.
I would agree with that.
Okay, sexy or not?
No, not sexy. No, I don't think it's sexy.
No.
I still think it's more masculine. It almost smells like a dad's cologne that's like in the back. That he just like got for a gift a while ago and hasn't used in a while.
It's like expired.
Yeah, or something, yeah.
It might be like white florals. Maybe like white florals, little creaminess, little pear maybe. Maybe a little coconut. This is also a little soapy too.
I smell the coconut now that you say that.
Yeah.
いい線覚えてますね。
It's bright. I give it a
5.5,
5. I give it a 5.
We're halfway done. Let's go to perfume number 4.
4. 3 left at. Well, this and then 2 after this.
Yes.
What we got? Interesting. So I started, when I was like doing the little fake reading here, I started to smell it and I liked it, but then I put it up close and I was like, oh, that's not what I expected.
This smells synthetic.
This doesn't smell like a perfume. This smells like one note.
This is really weird.
Like, love or hate it?
As of now, I'm a hater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
particularly.
Yeah.
I don't really like it either. It smells like synthetic leather smell. I feel like if someone was trying to replicate a leather smell, this is what it would smell like. Like if they're trying to be like, oh, leather room spray or something, you know? And yeah, this doesn't smell like a perfume at all.
It feels like a musky department store. Like old clothes that hasn't, you know,
like a
been
thrift
sitting
store
there
or
for
something?
a while, yeah.
Now I'm picking up like lipsticky, makeup-y, iris, waxy. Like imagine a tube of lipstick and then smell it.
Reminds me more of a chapstick.
Like I said, this is not a perfume, I don't think. I don't know what this is.
I guess it would be masculine.
Yeah, maybe masculine leaning?
What if your partner wears this for a date for you?
I would say, why are you wearing this?
I probably wouldn't even notice it because it's not like
Right.
obviously a fragrance. I don't think that. This is weird.
Well, I wouldn't think it was her initially. I'd be like, oh, what's that smell?
Yeah, what's that ambient smell
Yeah.
that's just like drifted into my nose?
Do you think it's sexy or not? No.
I don't know.
No. No, I would think that if I was being intimate and I smelled this, I would think it was like leftover vegetable smell or something.
What? Okay. What score would you give it to?
4.
4.
Yeah, this one's hard. Oh, that was easy for you.
It's like, I don't know.
4.
For me, it's a 4. Personally, I get nothing from it.
Maybe like middle of the road 5?
Okay.
Just because of that ambiguity. There's a little like mysteriousness with that fragrance.
Okay, let's go to perfume number 5. Here we go.
Goban. Goban.
5番です。アメリカで大人気の女優がつけていた香水です。どう思うのでしょうか？
What is that? It's like hairspray? What is that?
Aerosol.
Yeah,
like very
definitely.
airy.
Definitely feminine.
Feminine, I agree. Almost like fresh laundry.
Mm-hmm.
Like
It's a mix
laundry
of that as well,
dryer sheet.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, love, or hate it?
Yeah, I feel like you can't dislike this one. It's just like a
Yeah.
fresh,
I think it would
Fresh
smell
smell.
better on skin too.
potentially, yeah. This is also pretty linear as well. There's just like not a lot going on here. It kind of reminds me of like Insolence by Guerlain. It's that vibe, like powdery, light, bright.
Like when you walk in, you smell like a salon. It's like it has that scent to it.
Yeah,
It reminds me of like my sister's salon.
yeah, yeah,
I'd walk in
yeah.
like, oh,
It's like just fresh, powdery, airy smell.
kind of like it.
Yeah, no, I like it too. I feel like you can't dislike it. You know, it's just like, it's just a universally nice smell. It's wearable, actually. I picture that Downy Fresh little bear.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Yeah,
little
yeah.
teddy bear on the Downy bottles.
Yeah,
You know, so I picture like soft and fluffy, and
right.
that's the imagery that I'm getting. I don't think it's sexy, because I feel like anybody can smell like this. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess hygiene is sexy.
I wouldn't say it's sexy. Either.
Right. Initially, I was thinking women's, but the more I smell it, I think it's just kind of unisex because it's just so close to that dryer sheet smell, and you know, men and women both smell like that sometimes.
I would still stay
Feminine
feminine.
side.
I would say feminine.
Yeah.
Expensive
Or-
or inexpensive?
I think inexpensive.
I want to say it's inexpensive, but I feel like it's expensive.
Yeah.
The fragrance is very specific. Like when the first initial smell was, I was like, whoa. I was like, what is that? But now it's starting to fade, I guess, a little bit.
Settle
In a
down,
sense,
yeah.
starting to settle, and it's becoming a little bit more pleasing.
I guess for what it is maybe like a 7 or an 8.
I was thinking
yeah.
6, just because it doesn't stand out.
Right, yeah. As a perfume, it's nothing special. Because I feel like when the people made this, they were like, we want this to smell like a dryer sheet. And then it smells like a dryer sheet. You know, so good job. You completed your mission.
Yeah.
We're just admiring our cute dog Forrest. He's so cute.
Okay, the last one. Perfume number 6. Here we go.
6.
Yeah.
Let you have the first sniff.
Okay.
Ooh, I feel what you
Interesting.
mean,
What
dude.
is that? What is
Don't
that?
like it.
Ooh.
This to me immediately reminded me of like an old British man smell.
Honestly, it smells feminine to me.
Okay.
I have a specific memory that relates to this, and that's probably why I'm seeing like old British man. Is because I used to know this old professor in Utah. He was one of my mom's friends, and he smelled like this. Like literally after he would like shave in the bathroom and stuff, like he would come out and you would think he'd be clean, but he kind of smelled like he tried to be clean, but wasn't clean. I'm getting that airy, cool petal vibe that I get from white florals, but I'm also getting something in the background that's like a little dirty.
I'm starting to like it a little bit more. Not like it, but it's not as abrasive as it was initially.
I agree. The first smell was like, whoa, and then you kind of get used to it.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly. And I can see the masculine side now to it. It's almost unisex, but it's just, there's something about it that's somewhat a little bit, it's like, oh, pleasing. But then for most of it, I just feel it's just like, I just don't like it. I don't know what it is. There's something, I can't put my finger on this specific scent.
It's like uncomfortable.
Yeah, it smells cheap to me. It smells like cheap cologne.
Interesting.
Ingredients
cheap
wise
perfume.
or personality wise?
Like yeah, I guess the ingredients.
Like it's
the
an
perfume
like
itself.
if you buy it, it's
It's gonna be
affordable.
cheap, yeah.
Cheap,
And
yeah.
it's probably on sale.
It's in the clearance bin.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I can't disconnect the scent memory that I have with this particular fragrance. So it's hard for me to analyze it otherwise because it's like the memory for me is so strong. For some reason, this just reminds me of shaving.
So not sexy for you.
I can't have this be sexy. Not at all.
Oh,
Never.
okay.
No, that's not sexy.
But like I said, if I'm trying to like see beyond that memory, and I think this is a white floral fragrance because I know that there are a couple white florals that can come off as like a little bit dirty smelling.
Yes.
And I'll add that this is to me a little vintagey as well.
Where could I wear it? Maybe opera?
No,
No, even not even opera?
no.
No? Okay.
I would recommend that you don't wear it. I mean, maybe you can wear it when you go grab coffee in the morning. I would hope that this wouldn't last long on skin.
I was gonna say, since I find it cheap, it smells kind of cheap. I could see it being just like an everyday casual shopping and doing stuff. You just want to have a scent.
The person that I have the memory with was actually pretty wealthy, so I feel like maybe it's expensive, but that honestly is just guessing. The most interesting part about this fragrance is, like Manny said, right at the beginning you're like, ugh. Like it was almost offensive, like, ugh, what did I just smell? But then you kind of get used to it a little bit. So, and I give it a 5.
5.
Middle of the
Sounds
road,
good.
neutral.
Yeah.
Okay.
5.5, same kind of thing.
Okay, let's take a break and let's sniff middle note and find their rankings.
Yeah, that was interesting. Interesting batch.
Yes!
Yeah, that's good.
All vintage.
Oh, vintage, yes,
I like the
yes.
history behind them all as
Yeah.
well.
I appreciate the history and the influence that these fragrances have had in perfume, but I feel like we've come a long way with perfume. Or maybe just the taste has changed, you know?
And like you said, like these are like a lot of these are the trendsetters.
Yes,
So then they were able to evolve over
Yeah,
time,
yeah, yeah.
and then
Yeah.
having these as like the base
Right.
right.
foundation.
Exactly. Alright, 今日は見てくださってありがとうございました。歴史に残る素晴らしい香水を皆さんとシェアできて私たちとても嬉しく思います。セバスチャンとマニーに感謝です。ありがとう。
感謝です。
ありがとう。
ありがとうございます。
感謝です。ありがとうございます。
チャンネル登録といいねも忘れずに。それでは皆さん Have a wonderful day! See you next time!